Hello, my curlies. Erica here from Coils and Curls, and welcome back to another Frizz-Free Friday. I'm going to be using the Olaplex line, the whole thing, from Nº0 to Nº9. I posted a video about 9 months ago about frizz. It's all about frizz. I had talked about the core inside the hair strands and the disulfide bonds that get damaged when we do things like coloring, like blow drying, and the worst culprit of all for a curly hairdresser, the flat iron. No flat irons ever! Sorry, had to do it. Also, what damages hair that we have no control over, things like the environment, and things like changing hair due to maturity. Yeah, that's it, maturity. Olaplex uses a patented ingredient called bis-aminopropyl diglycol dimaleate. This ingredient, they claim, will rebuild and restructure those disulfide bonds in the core of our hair. Olaplex claims that when all of these bonds are repaired and in alignment, you have healthy, beautiful, touchable hair. Touchable? Okay, I have to admit, I do let clients touch my hair, especially the new clients, because they're the ones that come in with their hair all crunchy and hard because they're afraid to decrunchify for fear that they're going to frizz. So I always have them feel my curls. Now, if anyone was to try to put their fingers through my styled curls, they'd lose a hand. Nobody touches the curls when they are styled, because then you just create frizz. I mean, my goodness, look at all this frizz now. Look at how big the hair is. Yes, I'm silly. This will be a complete test of the Olaplex line to see if it really gives me that kind of hair without using any other products. I want to see what I get with just their line. They just say style as usual. So does that mean put product in? Does it mean just use their line? I'm going to find out, because I'm like that. I like to test the boundaries. The first in the Olaplex lineup is their Nº0, which is their intensive bond-building hair treatment. This primes the hair. It delivers the highest concentration of their bond technology. It acts as an intense repair booster with Nº3 to get the most intensive repair. They claim that if you use both together, you're going to get 68% better repair and 3 times stronger hair. I love a challenge. The Nº3 Hair Perfector that I'm going to use with it, it repairs and strengthens and reduces breakage to the hair. This is an at-home treatment that you do once a week with the Nº0, but it is not a conditioner. You would still need to use their Nº5 Bond Repair Conditioner or their Nº8 Bond Intense Moisture Mask. The instructions for the Nº0 is to apply to dry hair. They want it damp, but not dripping. Now, the last time I used this, it came out in such an intense stream. It went right to my scalp and dripped out of my head. Hopefully, they've adjusted this a little bit, so we are going to find out. Oh no, it still comes out hard. My hair is fully saturated, and they say the Nº0 should last you 2 to 3 uses. It's half gone. So that means I'm getting 2 uses out of it with my hair. Someone with much thicker hair needs stock in the company. Moving on to the Nº3, they say to use a generous amount. Again, you want to concentrate on your ends and then work your way up. I'm going to start with this, which is quite a bit, but I'm going to start it on the ends and work it up. They suggest combing through, so that's what we'll do. More hair. Gross. My best friend always got grossed out by hair. Right, Jennifer? This way I'll know if she actually watches it. I'm going to put it up in a clip. Maybe I'll put a bag on it to add some heat. When I come back, we will be in a different location. You guessed it, we're in the bathroom, surprise. We're going to be trying the Nº4 Bond Maintenance Shampoo, the Nº5 Bond Maintenance Conditioner, and the Nº8. This is their Bond Intense Moisture Mask. I'm going to use one on either side. Using them together is a waste because both are conditioners and hydrators. So we're going to split the hair in half and we're going to see if there's a difference using one versus the other. The Nº4 Bond Maintenance Shampoo is supposed to repair damaged hair, repair split ends, and it takes care of frizz. They do this by relinking those disulfide bonds. It is also color safe and sulfate free. They say to use a small amount because it is a concentrated formula. I will try to squeeze a small amount. I'm actually doing a small amount. Is that too small? They say to work it into a lather. Now we rinse. After rinsing the shampoo out of my hair, it did not feel stiff and straw-like. It definitely felt silky, and not that everything had been stripped out of it. They say the hair is easier to manage and gets shinier and healthier with each use. They suggest squeezing out the excess water from your hair before applying. They say to massage a small amount, that was in caps, and work from your ends up. Now, because I'm splitting my hair in half, I'm probably going to use less than I normally would. We'll start with this. Now, this is only left in for 3 minutes. I'm clipping it up only because I don't want them to get mixed up together, so I want to keep them separate. Since the conditioner only gets left in for 3 minutes, I think I'm going to rinse that out before I put in the Bond Intense Moisture Mask. Moving on to the Nº8 is the Bond Intense Moisture Mask. This delivers intense moisture, smoothness, and body and shine. In clinical trials, there was 2 times the shine, 4 times the moisture, 8 times smoothness, and 94% said they had more volume. You apply this to damp hair and leave on for about 10 minutes. They say to start with 2 pumps for shoulder length hair. I'm going to start with the 1 pump only because I'm doing half my head here. If you have a thicker head of hair, you can use more than 2 pumps. If you have finer hair and shorter hair, you would use less. 1 pump. Because my hair is layered, I am working it into the ends of all of my layers and to comb it through. Now, when I rinsed out the Nº5 Bond Maintenance Conditioner, it felt very silky. It didn't feel like, oh crap, I rinsed out too much and now my hair doesn't feel soft. I'm going to let this sit for 10 minutes, and when I come back, we'll be downstairs ready to style the hair. After I rinsed out the Bond Intense Moisture Mask, it was a slightly more seaweed feeling, whereas this side felt a little more silky. So when we talk about moisture in our hair, in order for it to not frizz when we go out in humidity, we talk about if there's a low dew point, you want your hair to feel like silk, but if there's a high dew point, you want your hair to feel like seaweed. And that's exactly what this felt like, more seaweed than silk. We're going to be using 2 of the Olaplex products. The first one is their Nº6 Bond Smoother. This is a leave-in styling treatment. This smooths, conditions, and strengthens the hair, but it's lightweight and doesn't weigh hair down. Now, there's no hold in this, my curlies. But if you have fine hair, you can use it too. You just use a little less. They say to start with half of a pump for shoulder length hair. Now, my hair is a little thicker than some, and it is a little longer than shoulder length, so I will probably go for a full pump, concentrating on the ends and working your way up, but don't neglect near the scalp. If you don't get everything with the product, then you're going to have that frizz up at your scalp, but then the rest will look good, but then you're gonna have all this frizz up here. So that's why it's important to get close to the scalp. Now they claim that this speeds up your drying time while smoothing the hair. This will softly define and smooth air-dried curls. It will also reduce frizz and flyaways for 72 hours. That is something a curly will put to the test. We are going to use this first, and then we're going to follow with the Nº9. Like I said, because they say to start with half of a pump, I'll start with a half pump on my ends, and then I'll do another half pump as I work my way up for the rest of the hair. I don't even know if that was a half. Can't be. That can't be. They say to apply it to damp hair. So on my ends, I don't believe it. Oh, I'm so judgmental. I'm a tough cookie. What can I say? Now, oh, there we go. That's a whole pump. Running it through. I wonder if I should comb it through. Now we're going to be applying the Nº9 Bond Protector Nourishing Hair Serum. This is antioxidant rich, improves manageability, smooths and protects. It's silicone free, which is a curly girl's best friend, next to her diffuser and her handheld mirror so you can see the back of your head. It also seals your hair from pollution for up to 48 hours. That's good if you live in an area where there's a lot of pollution, a lot of trucks, a lot of cars, New York City, LA, here in my backyard. This also gives you heat protection from styling up to 450 degrees. So if you want to go and use that dreaded flat iron, at least you know you're protected up to 450 degrees. They say the visible hair results are a satin shine and softness, style memory and bounce back curls. The other benefits are anti-tangle, anti-static, especially in the dry heat that we have in the wintertime. They say to use this before other styling aids. I'm going to use it today without anything else because I want to see what it does. I don't want to cover it up with anything. Directions for this is to apply a small amount starting on ends and working your way up, which we know why, because the ends are the most mature. 5:30. Apply a small amount to damp towel-dried hair, working upward from ends to roots. Add more as needed. Air dry for soft texture, blow dry for a smooth finish. Diffuse for waves or curls. There we go. Okay. So it's definitely a serum. I'll start with that one pump and I'll do this side. Another pump for the other side. Kind of hard when your hands are slippery. This is more like a half a pump. Oh, do you see the difference now? Do you see how it was looking dry and now it's not? I did another pump for my back. I'm a little nervous, I gotta say. Will I get height? Let me flip and fluff and see what I get. I think I'm going to spray it with the spray bottle and see if I can get the curls to come together a little bit more. You know, when the curls are drier and you run your fingers through them, they kind of stay separated. They don't go back together because they're not wet, so they won't clump the same. Before I blow dried, I decided to look at the Nº7 bonding oil. You can use it on wet and dry hair, and it's good for protection from heat. I think I'm going to use this before I blow dry as well as after if I need it. They say a few drops because it's concentrated. I'm going to do 3 taps for one side. I'll probably do 4 or 5 for the back because there's more hair there. And I'll probably do 2 on this side because it is lighter and not as dense. You turn it over and tap. I guess we'll see what we get when I come back after I blow dry with my diffuser and no other products. Wish me luck. I'll be back. Well, this is our finished product. I have volume. I don't have as much solid definition as I normally would if I used a gel or a mousse or a cream. It's more fluffy. Let's take a look at it. I did look at it myself. The side that I used, the moisture mask, seems to have a little more definition to it than the side that I just used the conditioner. Now, it's a little more frizzy right here, so I probably would use a little more of the Nº9 next time on this side, whereas I tried to do a little less just because I didn't know how it would work. Or maybe I could do it now. Ooh, they say wet or dry hair. We know I like to experiment. One pump. I'm going to use it on this side and see what we get. Do we see a difference? Now let's try the other side. Okay, I definitely needed to use more than I did the first time. That feels better already, and I'm going to do another 2 for the back because the back has more hair. Let's see what it looks like after I use oil on the dry hair. Let's just pile it all on. I like when it's shinier because then I feel like the definition shows up better. So now the question is going to be, do we see a difference? Now remember, I just did this side, not the back. Do we notice a difference? I will know by tomorrow whether I like it, whether it held up. For someone who is not used to having it soft without that control feeling, I'll have to see how I like it. I will definitely check in tomorrow because I want you to see how this holds up through the night. It will take getting used to, but I think I like it. I like that I have such volume. I can't wait to see how it would do throughout the day. That will be the test for tomorrow. We'll fix it in the morning and we'll see how it goes through the day. One thing I did notice is that the curls on my left side where I used the Nº8 mask, they look juicier. There's no other way to explain it, but when I look at them, they look juicier, more moisturized, more hydrated. Until tomorrow, and I will see you then, and we'll see how I made it through the night. Well, we'll see how the hair made it through the night. We know I'm gonna make it, but will the hair? Till then, my curlies, ciao for now. Well, this is our follow-up. I'm going to do a refresh, but let's take a quick look. It actually held up pretty well. I mean, there's a little frizz here because of sleeping on my side, but check out the back. The back looks fantastic. Not bad. I think I'm going to tame with the Nº6 Bond Smoother, and then if I need it, I can add the Nº9 Bond Protector. Let's see how this goes. I'm doing 1 pump. Now I did flip and fluff, but that's all I did. Smidge more right in the front, where I always need that help. I'm gonna do another pump. 1 more for the back. I think I might have done better and used less product if I did mist my hair. Not saturated, but misted. Let's take a quick look and see if it's any better. This was the side with the Nº8 Bond Intense Moisture Mask. This side had the Bond Maintenance Conditioner, their Nº5. I feel like it needs a little more, dare I say, control. I'm gonna do 1 pump of the Nº9. Oh, that's a little better. All right. We're playing. Another pump. Get over here. And then I did notice the ends in the back were definitely needing something. Okay, I'm going to flip and see how it looks. There's a little frizz up top here, Bond Smoother. I mean, I hate to flatten my top, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Fluff it from the scalp. As I hear Mrs. Rink in my head, my old beauty school teacher. Not too bad. Not loving the refresh for me, but no one else is going to notice. They're all going to think your hair looks so good. Have a fantabulous weekend, my curlies. Thank you for joining me for another Frizz Free Friday. Check out below. I have my Instagram and my Facebook pages linked down below. Have a great weekend, my curlies. Ciao for now. From, sucks that I'm writing. They are missing number 2. Number 1, diglycol dimaleate. Diglycol dimaleate. Let's try this all together. Bond Intense Moisture Mask. There's one of these silly little things. I hate this. I never know which way it's supposed to go. What we're going to do. What are we going to do? Oh my gosh. Ah! Down the face. But of course I'm going to rake it through first. Because that's what I do. Because we are going to use the Nº4 Bond Repairing Shampoo. Bond Repairing? Shit. And the Bond Maintenance. This is... Oh, that's too much water. You're really ruffling the feathers? Just an FYI. The travel sizes are safety sealed and you need glasses to see the protective cover to remove it. Yes. Bond Intense Moisture Mask. Oh, what did I forget? After I rinsed out their shit. Now, of course, I'll do 3 taps per... Oops. Oh shit, and that's expensive oil. Damn. Okay. Well, you got to see a big oops. Big oops. Oh, it's all over. Goodness gracious. Well, my floor will be shiny. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. Okay, well, it's kind of hard to get it up off the floor. There's that again. Oh, I didn't turn it off. It's starting to look a little too fluffy now because I'm messing with it. Keeping it clean. Am I in the thing? Yes.